Hello, everyone. News Channel 3 Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson live in the News Channel 3 digital studio with a Facebook and YouTube update. Trying to get one of my gizmos working here. And then we'll be on our way. And while doing that, let me welcome you here to the feed and then also say I hope you're having a good Monday evening. We got Monday in the books. That's good. We just have to get past the doldrums of Tuesday. Hey, and then it's hump day, and then we're facing another weekend. So that certainly is good news. While I'm getting my stuff set up here, let me squeeze that back, and we can enjoy the Bronson Park sunset there, looking over Bronson Park. K&M, good evening to you too. Thanks for being here. And then as soon as I can get my apparatus working here, we will we'll be able to view the Lake Michigan sunset. We have some big doings going up here in the weather world. Of course, it's going to be, I think, some active weather ahead. I do think, hold on just a moment, because I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time, much less type in my password here that I'm going to have to do. I usually, in fact, I think this is the first time in all of my Facebook and YouTube live streams that I've ever not already had this done. But I guess I just got a little ahead of myself here. So just let me complete the process here that sort of like gets me into Fort Knox. So you would think so anyway. So that's the Bronson Park look. Rachel, hello to you. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I am doing well, Kaden. Thank you for being here. Robin, beautiful day again. Let's keep it on repeat. Well, I wish we could, but I think that we're going to have, let me make sure I got my right computer here. Yes, I did. Okay. I think we're going to have a couple of speed bumps here with some stormy days. Let me see. Let me try this again. Let me see if this is going to work. I think it is. Okay, I might have to just hold off here just for a moment. So just give me a second here. I don't know why, but it is not letting me connect to my computer. So we'll try it again. Maybe it is. We're crossing our fingers. We're crossing our toes. Yes, we are in business. I don't know what's going on here, but I think we're going to be okay. And so we'll start here with this view of Bronson Park. We'll get to the Lake Michigan view in just a few moments here. Sorry about that, everybody. This is a Chamber of Commerce day. You are right, Rachel, because, you know, when it's stinky weather, I'll say it's not a Chamber of Commerce day. So you are accurate and correct for saying I should call out when it is one. This is a Chamber of Commerce day for sure. Carla, hello to you. West Portage in the house. Jennifer, hello. I am doing, I am on, well, I guess it shouldn't be early, Carla. You're right. It's just that I've been on late so much now. I guess we are redefined early. Doug, hello to you in Decatur. Thanks, April. Hello, Nancy from Hartford. Hope you have a wonderful evening as well. John in Manistee, sunny and 71. Isn't it wonderful? You know, it's comfortably cool, of course, and it is out there right now. As a matter of fact, that's what I have on my YouTube and Facebook live update slate here, if you will. And that is an admonition. Open the window because it's comfortably cool out there. Sharon, hello to you. 65th wedding anniversary. Wow. Awesome. That is awesome. K&M, that is quite an accomplishment. To the folks who are wishing a happy anniversary to you. All right, there you see, comfy, cool overnight. Stormy days are ahead. And some of those storms could be severe. And there's that Bronson Park sunset just going over the horizon. Just going over the horizon. Let's see what it looks like in South Haven. It was looking dandy just a few moments ago, and it is right now too. And now you got to know that we are in peak summer mode when on a Monday night, you've got a crowd down at the end of the South Pier there to take in that sunset. But isn't that beautiful? I wish I could move that camera over, but I can't. If you're wondering, I can't. It's not ours. That belongs to the city of South Haven. By the way, that's the water treatment plant, the camera that's right there on the beach. And so, in a couple of days or so, right? Give it about a week, a little more than a week. We're going to see that sun as it's setting start moving back the other direction on the horizon. Sally, pleasant walking weather for today, for sure. Chris, hello, this cool air. I know that this is your stuff. I brought it back from Seattle. Just unpacked it, and it's going to be here for a little while. And it is amazing to have it in June and quite uncommon. All right, let's talk severe weather. First, tomorrow's threat. And I'm going to go through the hour by hour. Don't worry, that's coming up. But let's talk about the threat first. It's a low-level threat for tomorrow. So I do want to note that. It's a low-level threat for tomorrow. You know, we had a marginal risk for Thursday night. Is that when it was? I believe it was. No, Thursday night was Saturday night. I was in on Saturday night for Will, and we had a marginal risk. And it did. It sort of stayed at the lower level. So to me, sort of anecdotally, the marginal risk doesn't mean that we don't have any risk, of course, but it is the lowest level, 1 out of 5. This from the Storm Prediction Center. And so that, by contrast, goes with what we have for Wednesday. I zoom out to show you a couple of things. One, areas north of I-94, certainly closer to GR, Muskegon, Lansing line, I-96. But I-94 or north of I-94 keeps that marginal risk for Wednesday. But the severe weather risk does bump up for, let's say, the Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, South Haven area south. And then in northern Indiana, it is, I think, important to note because it's very close to us. It's knocking right on the state line, as you can see there in some respects. That's where we have the level 3 out of 5, which is an enhanced risk. Debbie, beautiful day today. I agree with you. Lovely day for sure. Bob, thanks for being here. Appreciate it from Twin Lake. Cool up there. I'm sure that it is. Another beautiful day. Soon that sun will start going south on the horizon. You're right, Jeanette. And I don't know about you, but I am not looking forward to that. I am enjoying these long days with the sunshine. Cindy, hello to you in Sturgis. Brad, Union City. Might be in this, in fact, will be in the storm zone, I think, for Wednesday. Tomorrow, like I said, I don't think the threat is that great. I never want to totally downplay a threat when there is one, even on a marginal risk day. But Wednesday evening in particular, we definitely are going to have our guard up for that. Let's see. Chris, good evening to you too. Thanks very much. Ray, hello to you. Thanks for being here. And Shannon, beautiful out there. I had a chance to enjoy some of it, but there you see what we have going on as far as the risk. Again, the risk is greater for Wednesday than it is for Tuesday. Here's how it shakes out. Let's go hour by hour. We start off at 7 a.m. tomorrow. First of all, tonight, beautiful. Open up the windows, cool it down. Let Mother Nature take care of that. You know there are going to be many days ahead. Hey, we're only in mid-June. We've got July and August and even early September, which oftentimes are steam baths. So there'll be plenty of opportunity for you to pay the utility company to cool the place down. But in this case, let's let Mother Nature do it. Look at this. Tomorrow morning, sunny at sunrise and mid-50s, low 60s along the lakeshore. That's a sign that the lake is coming up a little bit. That's nice. But by noon, clouds are moving in, and we have some showers here. Our model here is calling for these to be dying out. You'll see a couple of thunderstorms. There we go at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. So in the afternoon and early evening, that's when we have a chance, small, but a chance of seeing some strong to severe storms. So that's what we've got our eye on. And then that clears out. So 24 hours from now, our skies will be clearing. Storm threat number 1 is what I'll call it, is going away. And storm threat number 2, which is the one for Wednesday, that's the one we really have an eye on. Because remember, that's the one that has a higher threat level from the Storm Prediction Center. That'll be moving in Wednesday evening. Ryan, hello to you in Jackson. You are in a slight risk for Wednesday, not for tomorrow, but for Wednesday. Renee, thank you so much. Thanks for the thanks. And Courtney, hello to you in Battle Creek. Represent. All right, let's go through Tuesday night to Wednesday morning. Again, looking delightful. Another open window night. Maybe even a little bit too cool for that, right? Overnight lows in the 50s. So cooler than average temperatures are prevailing all week long. All right, we go through Wednesday morning to noon. We're okay. Wednesday afternoon, we're going to go from 1 o'clock here where we're dry to 5 o'clock or so when we're stormy, 6. All right. Now, I want you to notice that most of the action, remember where that slight risk zone is. Remember I said it's primarily targeted I-94 south. Watch the yellows and the reds and the oranges, especially the reds and the oranges. That's denoting here with the forecast model where it's expected to be the heavier storms. And you'll see that that largely, not totally, but largely stays, let's say Alley and Hastings south, but we'll say hugging just around or just north of I-94 and south. I don't ever like to read things that specifically, that literally, whether it be location or whether it be strength or whether it be timing, because the more fine you try to cut it, the more likely you are to make a mistake there. But I will say in general, you can see why the Storm Prediction Center is going with that sort of I-94-ish south. And in fact, in northern Indiana, the enhanced risk, that's where it's likely to be even stronger. Obviously, by Wednesday night, I think the threat will start to go away. Still got a little action coming there on the back edge of that, but you see the most of it's going to be over in the Detroit area by 11. We're going to I went one too far there. And so that's what we're looking at. Let me see if it'll get me back to it. I don't want to go back to the radar. I'm probably going to have to go through this whole thing again. I apologize for that. While I'm doing that, let's see. Deb, hello to you in Decatur. Tina in Brooklyn. Thanks for checking in from the Irish Hills. Arnest Photography. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate that. Tina, the Delta, the weather in Delton on Friday looking good, I think. And Saturday. Yeah, I think you actually scored. Look at that. You have an outdoor wedding. Awesome. Jesse, I am not going to be able to go to that, but you might have to dodge a few showers or storms in the afternoon. Brunel, hello to you. And Amy is here from Level Park in Battle Creek. Hello. Represent. Joanne, hello to you. Wilson, hello. And Return the Belt is in the house. All right, here we go. There's those noon showers. Jesse, watch this for your golf outing. Like I said, in the afternoon, you're going to probably be dodging some of these. Again, there's that chance for tomorrow for some storms, and we clear out. You might see that area of low pressure. You see how that sort of counterclockwise flows there going. Now that's going out, and you might think, oh, we're done. No, we're not. We've got one more coming, and that one's a bigger one. So let's go from 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon to about 6 o'clock. Again, by 6 o'clock, again, if you take this literally like by the minute, which I would not do 48 hours out or almost 48 hours out, the storms will be knocking on the door there at 6, and in Chicago and Milwaukee, they'll be rocking. And then between 6 and 11, we see most of that push through. So this would argue for our window of opportunity being between 6 p.m. and let's say 10 p.m. or so for severe storms on Wednesday night. And that's the one that I think we're really going to probably focus in on. This secondary line coming through could spawn a big thunderstorm or two, but I think the worst of it's going to be with that big cluster that moves through. Main threats are going to be from gusty winds, heavy rain, by the way. Oh, come on. You know that if you're a Keith Thompson Facebook and YouTube Live student, you know that we talk about our PWATs here, our precipitable water. And I did notice a little bit earlier that those go through the roof by about Wednesday evening. They do pick up for us for the showers and storms that'll be scattered about tomorrow. Then they go down again for Wednesday morning. We dry out, but then a huge burst of moisture coming in here starting Thursday or Wednesday afternoon and then peaking late Wednesday night, right when those storms move through. So not only is the potential there for strong wind, maybe some hail, I wouldn't be surprised to have a tornado threat coming in with this second line, the Wednesday storms, but also there could be some torrential rain for Wednesday late afternoon, really Wednesday night. So that's something to keep in mind. Carrie, I hope that answered your question for Charlotte. You're going to be on the north edge of this Wednesday night action, as noted earlier, and as noted by the Storm Prediction Center. From the risk area anyway, just from the risk area. And again, I don't like to cut these like right down the line, but closer to I-94 south, and certainly northern Indiana. I would be very concerned if I was in northern Indiana or even central Indiana. Not concerned, I would just be very alert. And so we'll probably end up with a weather alert day for Wednesday, though. I would be surprised if we don't. So hopefully that answers it for you, Carrie, there in Charlotte. Kathy, love the color weather. Linda, No storms for Bronson. I wish it were that easy. Lily, hello to you. Joanne just got a new AC and the weather will be cooler. Hey, remember, it's only mid-June. You'll get your money's worth out of it. You'll get your money's worth. Oh, you were 86 in the house last week. Ugh, that's unbearable. Jesse, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, they're going to need some umbrellas in the afternoon there, Jesse. Leslie, good evening to you. Mikey, happy Monday to you too. Mr. GR is here. Good evening to you too. Brittany, hello in Coldwater. Josh, hello. Kendra, no tornadoes. I don't expect that for tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to totally rule it out, but just not expecting it for tomorrow. Wednesday night could be a bit of a different story. Ryan, Tuesday afternoon. Hey, look, you talk about being outside for outdoor activities. Download our free weather app and listen. If you see thunderstorms, if you know that there's lightning on the radar that's within 10-ish miles of you, I would go a little bit more than that. Certainly, if you see it or hear it, then you need to go inside. So keep that in mind there, Ryan. Rebecca's here from Ashtamo. Hello, Pam and Colin. Jeff, how much rain Wednesday for Coldwater? Well, I got to tell you this, Jeff, our one of our models here is like spiking with rain Wednesday evening. It's very difficult to pinpoint something like that when we're dealing with thunderstorms because, as you know, with these tremendous thunderstorms, place A might get 2 inches in a deluge while 20 miles away might have only been a half an inch. But I would say area wide 1+ is probably a pretty good bet. And there could be some areas that get in on that very heavy moisture that get even more than that. So I don't know. I hope that answers it some. Marshall and Homer, Monica, yeah, I think tomorrow night, some scattered storms, late afternoon, early evening, could be stronger, bigger threat Wednesday night. Thanks for the share, Mikey. Yeah, let's get these storms out of our system so we can have a nice July 4th. That's for sure. It's coming up fast, right? I am praying for it too, Kendra. Listen, nobody prays for no severe weather more than I do. Well, let me take that back. There's some folks who have been suffering with severe weather, literally suffering due to severe weather. So I don't want to take that. But I will say I am not a fan of it. But I do think that we have a good chance of seeing some coming up here later on this week, especially. So Wednesday evening. Tina, hello to you in Jones. Herbie Kirby alert. Oh, no. No, I don't think so. Let me take a look. We will be having probably some Herbie action. You can do a low-level Herbie Kirby alert for tomorrow. But I think a better chance is coming up on Tuesday and into Wednesday. Yeah. And, of course, if Herbie's caught in a thunderstorm, that's never good. Let's see. Brandy, hello to you. Rebecca had lightning, a 10th of a mile per day. Wow. Yeah, you don't want to play with that, Rebecca. That's for sure. Friday night's not looking too bad, Jesse. Friday night's not looking too bad at all. A little cool, 52. I got 52 going there. Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Vern, hello to you, and thanks for the thanks. Kendra got storm anxiety. I understand that. But let me say this, and let me say a word for everybody out there who, of course, in places like Union City and Three Rivers, and other, now Alto in southeast Kent County and also in Berry County. Yeah, we have had our fair share in Edwardsburg. We've certainly had our share, Colon, of big storms. And so even going back a couple of years ago, of course, into Sherwood Township and Portage. But the antidote to these storms is knowledge and action. So think about it. We try our best to keep you not only advised as when something's happening, but to try to alert you in advance. And so, like I said, tomorrow it's a marginal risk. It's not a great risk. You always want to be weather aware in a situation like this tomorrow. But I got to tell you, I do think that alert is a good word to use for Wednesday evening. Now, if that changes, of course, we'll let you know. But right now, Wednesday evening does look like it could be rather strong. Jeff, hello to you. Hello to you. All right, so we moved past our hour by hour. Sold 2 baby goats. That's awesome, Jesse. We're clear right now on the radar. There's nothing going on. Temperatures right now are really comfy. All those folks out there enjoying that sunset at 66 degrees in South Haven. Look at all those 60s area wide. And look at these temperatures. Look, our average high is 80, and I don't see any 80 on there. In fact, really not even close to it until maybe Father's Day, and even then just mid-70s. So we're going to be running cooler than average. And we're already, get this. If this is not the pure Michigan, then I don't know what is. April, Kalamazoo, record-setting rainfall for the month. I mean, broke a record that I think was 77 years old or something like that. And then we get into May, and we're down about 60 plus 65% or so. We only had about a third of normal rainfall. I think it was actually 36%. Now into June, we're only halfway through the month, right? 30 days in June, we're only halfway through the month, and we already have more than our average rainfall for the month. And we're going to be getting more tomorrow, and certainly getting more on Wednesday. And like I said, there could be a big dump of rain coming in here on Wednesday evening. And some of that could bleed over into Thursday. That's what you see in the 7-day. But I do think that by Thursday afternoon, mid to late afternoon into the evening, conditions will improve. I'm liking Friday and Saturday right now. Sunday, Father's Day, it looks like we have another chance for some showers. A little sketchy on that, but we'll keep an eye on that. And Monday should have a rain chance in there. That's my bad. I will have to change that for the 10 and 11. Just a little bit less than Sunday. The confidence, we need to take a look at it with, you know what I say, consistency over time equals confidence. Let's look ahead and see what we might have coming up. I will say this, looking ahead, if the longer range models hold true, which is, as you know, subject to change, we are not going to be returning to the heat dome here all the way to the end of the month. Doesn't mean we're going to be chilly, but we're not going to be what we would consider to be hot at this time of year. Certainly not hot, as we have had some hot temperatures. Right back on the 10th, right? 5 days ago when we were at 90. So, that's right. That's right, when we had those big storms coming through. So that's what we're looking at there. Kendra, thanks for that. I appreciate that very much. Believe me, we are already talking about it, the four of us, about these events that are coming up Tuesday, most notably on Wednesday. Julia, hello to you in Millwood. I used to live in the Wood, so I hope you're doing well there, Julia. Thanks so much in the Millwood neighborhood. Shar, hello to you. Joanne, perfect weather this week. Well, if you don't mind dodging some storms, but the temperatures, you can't complain unless you love the heat. Donna, hello to you. Got your yard done. Good for you. Hey, it'd be a great idea to mow the yard this evening. It's too late now. It's dark. It will be a warmer rain, that's for sure. Timmy in BC, thanks so much. Brenda, hello to you. Thanks for the thanks. Rain the next 3 days. Yeah, at least off and on. Tomorrow morning, I think, is going to be okay there, Timmy. But noontime on, and then actually Wednesday morning is going to be nice. Wednesday morning is going to be nice. Get out and mow the yard on Wednesday morning. You get out and mow the yard tomorrow morning. But tomorrow afternoon, and certainly Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, it's a no-go. No-go. But again, that's one reason why you download that free weather app. And then over the weekend, I think we'll have some better weather there. Sarah, hey, good to see you. Perfect night for metal detecting. I hope you find some gold, right? New donkey named Buddy. Nice. Buddy and Sugar out there in the barn. Jesse, thanks so much. Ethan, hello to you. I hope you had a great trip to Colorado. Good. I had a great trip to Seattle. Beautiful, beautiful city. All right, everybody, you got to skate. I'd like to sit here and talk some more. 9:39 on the clock, and that means in 20 minutes, 21, I'll be live on Arc West Michigan. An hour and 21, I'll be live on the Mothership News Channel 3. Don't forget that I am all over the social media pages on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson, and then on Instagram, X, otherwise known as Twitter, Threads, and YouTube, at Weatherman Keith. That's at Weatherman Keith. Don't forget our free weather app, handy, and it's going to be really handy over the next couple of days to be sure. Jeff Porter is in the saddle tomorrow morning. He's got your live updates, 4:30 to 9. Again at noon. I'll pick you up at 5:30, and 6. We'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow night. And YouTube Live tomorrow night right here at 9 o'clock. Jerica, hello to you. Thursday. Some showers in the morning. I still think we're going to be dealing with some showers in the morning on Thursday. In the afternoon, I think we'll be improving. How fast it's going to be, still a little bit TBD on that. TBD, to be determined on that. Betty and Cava in Sturgis. Oh, you got your power back. We're all standing. Well, I'm not standing, but figuratively. Our hearts are with you. That's been a long time without power. And I hope that everybody in Sturgis is on the way to getting it back if they haven't already gotten it. You got to go to Pikes Peak? Oh, nice. Well, I was at Pikes Market. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. Pike Place or something like that. Yeah. You're in Pikes Peak. I was in Pike Place, which is that fish market. They weren't throwing the fish, but that's okay because all of those fish were pretty smelly. But good that you had a great trip, Ethan, and welcome back home. Appreciate your being here too. Lily, good night to you, and Martha, thanks so much, and good night. Jerica, like I said, in the morning, Thursday morning, I think we have some showers. In the afternoon, I think we'll be improving. We'll deal with that a little bit more, though, as we get closer to it. But I do think that later in the day on Thursday will be better than earlier in the day. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for being here with me. Hey, stay with us over the next couple of days when the storms start to roar again. And again, we certainly have our eyes on tomorrow with the marginal risk, but really our ears are up for Wednesday evening, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. We'll help you get through these storms safely. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Good night. Get some good rest. Be patient tomorrow, not only with the others, but also be patient with yourself. Teresa, thanks for that. A cool weather girl, then you like it. It does make for some good sleeping weather. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, cool. Ethan, that's awesome. Doubly appreciate you being here. Oh, that's later in the week, though. Brittany, I hope you have a good night as well. And as always there, Ethan, hello to Heather and Joe and who else am I? Anyway. Yeah. Hello to everybody up there. And Pat, too. All right. Have a good night, everybody. If I don't see you on the tube tonight, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow.